Performance Improvement Part 2. Performance improvement plans seek to identify what the expectations of each and every job are. Performance improvement plans look at the employee's level of, we'll say, competencies, the level of how well they do the job. That not everybody performs at a high level. So we want to find or establish norms of what the clear expectations of the job clearly are. And that's the only way any company is going to be successful. If you're a customer service agent, that you don't say the wrong things, that no one wants to use our business any longer because you came with them with a bad attitude, or you didn't answer or ask the correct questions that gave the customer the satisfaction that, hey, when I talked to the customer service agent, they made me comfortable. We'll say in terms of how do we measure that as a supervisor or manager. We say we set different norms of the job. The job would require often, say if the job requires that the employee, that the employee actually has an 85% rating of the norm, what we call business. And the customer satisfaction says 85% is what we acquire each customer service agent to maintain a level of. And if an employee remains at like a 60%, then the conversation needs to happen and related to the team leader or supervisor to find out what's really going on with the customer service agent, because we want them to be successful in the job they do, and we want, for the long term, that we want our customers to come back and want our service or desire our services. This is usually done during the evaluation period. The evaluation period kind of is a conversations that absorbs what you should be doing, how well you're doing as we observe it, what are the feedback scores in related to, if you're a customer service agent, that what kind of scores have you received and how can we improve, because we always want to improve no matter what jobs we do. We want to be successful in the jobs that we do. That's the conversation that you have, and you establish what the variables are, and you want to coach them to be successful in everything that they do. So in terms of that, the employee should look for value-added information. What tools, if you're a customer service agent, we'll just digress for that you want to make sure that maybe you need to put down a script, questions that you need to ask the customers, or that you can fill in or backfill, that you have a successful conversation at the end, that the customer feels that they've had all their questions asked and appropriately. I remember I've been a supervisor in surgery again for many years, and I remember during the terms of doing evaluations, during the evaluation period, that it wasn't that bad in the beginning, but because often I give daily feedback to employees to better understand. If I see the interaction between a nurse and one of my technicians, that I would say, find out everything that they need. Go to the shelf and pick it out for them. And we have a tracking system, so we want to scan it to whatever patient room that it's going to. That the doctors, when they need their instrumentation, that they have what they need to be successful in doing the jobs that they do. So, in my frame of work, we want to make sure we give that direct contact feedback right then, and we want each and every technician in that sense to be reflective of, hey, take care of the need right now, because we have patients on the table, and we want to be our end. We want to make sure it's seamless as you go through and deal with our customers, which are our nurses and doctors. So to that end, I remember again doing evaluations that I was so nervous as of doing evaluations because all these people like looking at you and it's like, oh, I can't, all these different people, different personalities and things like that. But you have to, again, doing evaluation, everyone have the same expectation to do the job. And the conversation is, are you doing what you should be doing? Are you doing the norms? Or the patients or nurses give me bad feedback on how you deal with them or interact with them, and that is value added to me to have that conversation. Maybe you need to think about, instead of saying this, maybe you should have said that. Maybe you should have went on to the room and did whatever you could to make sure that they're comfortable in what they're doing in those rooms. So again, that is the opportunity during the evaluation period to talk to each employee and say, hey, what can I do to help you be more successful? How can we make things better for you and every interaction that you deal with? So performance improvement plans can help the business become more successful by improving performance of each and every employee. Performance improvement plans also lets the team member know what the expectations of the job are and how they can fit into that gap and be successful with the department, with the norms of the business. Performance improvement plans can seek to challenge each employee to maintain a level of performance that is acceptable to be a value-added performer, and everyone, and you want the most out of each buck that you spend. So as a company or organization, they want the most value out of each employee as well. So performance improvements affect the company bottom line by using different performance models that can be used to observe performance and determine what, why, and how the jobs are being done. So those question marks or the disconnect that we want to always add those variables back into, because each employee has to be a value-added team member. Thank you.